All right, I got my SenseCAP here. This is the T1000 that I got from Seed Studios, SEED. You can see the charging port on the back. Doesn't look like much. It's actually has a cable with a magnetic attachment that fits on the back. But you can see that it's a very small device, like credit card sized. I got this as an option just so I could hang it on a bag. And you can see it's running right now. I've actually got it turned on. And I've downloaded the Meshtastic app to my phone. So I'm going to go through and try to set this up. All right, so yes, here is the SenseCAP card tracker, the T1000-E for Meshtastic that I just showed. There is another one, I believe, that does not have Meshtastic, so you need to be careful, I think, which one you get. This device is actually really cool. It's a card size, as you could see when I was showing it. IP65 rated, so it's really nice and portable. I did get the clip for it. There's like a little clip that you can see here that I got that is really nice for attaching to a bag or wherever. So this is really ideal for taking outdoors. It was only $39.90, and it was I think maybe that with the shipping it was like another 12 or 15. I can't remember. And I did get some accessories with it. Like I mentioned, I got this clip. I ordered a charging cable because it wasn't clear to me at first when I ordered it that I would get that, but it actually does say here. Well, it has these accessories here, and so I actually added on the cable. It was only $1.99, so I ended up with a second cable. But and I did not get the lanyard. That probably would have been a good thing to have too. Optionally, use the lanyard instead of the clip-on connector that I got. But yeah, I would definitely say that this is a very, very good device, at least so far from what I've used of it. I've just used it briefly. I went to the Ren Fest, the Ohio Renaissance Festival over the weekend, and I had almost virtually no cell service, no data, no anything. But I was able to carry this Meshtastic device and then connect it Bluetooth to my phone. And I was able to find there was a couple nodes there at the Renaissance Festival, believe it or not. I actually was able to send and receive a message back. So I could see this being sort of useful if you're in a group, some outing like that, where you're out in a remote area where there's not a lot of good cell service. You're not able to text very easily. This could really come in handy for something like that. So, yeah, so far I'm really enjoying the device. The battery, I can't remember exactly offhand how long they say, maybe up to 3 days. I had it on pretty much all day yesterday. I've had it on most of the day today. And even sitting indoors in my house, I've been having nodes pop in and I'm seeing new nodes pop up. So I know that it's getting out there. It's not ideal to be indoors and use this device. This is really meant to be outside. These devices really don't like to go through walls and things like that, but outdoors, this is a really easy to use device. You mean your hands free basically while using it. It's a like I mentioned here, rechargeable via this magnetic cable. Maybe that's the only downside is it just has all these pins. It's a special cable, so it's not a USB-C or anything like that. But I kind of get it too. They're trying to go for a very, very small form factor, and of course that's based on the board. Which actually, what's it say here? They're using MediaTek's AG3335 GPS chip. So, so they are limited a little bit by the board that they're using. So I kind of understand why they have the connection that they do. Not everything out there can be USB-C, even though that's often preferred. I will recommend right off the bat when you do get this T1000E tracker, as there's a QR code on the box that comes with it, and they do have a very helpful video. I'm not going to play that here. You can watch it on YouTube, but they show some videos here about the status indicators, flashing firmware. I haven't had to do that. It came with firmware already installed. Even has a link here about downloading the Meshtastic app for iOS or Android. It tells you about powering on the device and setting it up. Also it kind of takes you through step by step here a little bit. One of the issues that I had right away is I didn't pay attention because, I always think I'm smarter, too smart to look at the directions. The pairing code for Bluetooth was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you look at the Meshtastic app, it'll say, well, typically it's 0, 0, 0, 0 or 1, 2, 3, 4. But in this case, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you do set this up in Meshtastic, you're going to want to look at these settings and go through and set this up. And they're very helpful here. One of the first things you're going to have to do is set up the region when you bring up the app. And in my case, I'm in the United States, so the frequency range is 902 to 928 megahertz. If you're in the European Union, you're going to be looking at about, 869.4 to 869.65. So you've got different requirements based on where you are. So make sure you set that up correctly. Temperature sense, I did not actually do that. So there is an option here. There's something that I missed when I first set mine up. They actually have some telemetry. I did not see that. So the temperature information, the buzzer and LED configuration, I'm basically just using what was in their standard. So I didn't do anything to that. Navigate the settings, external notification, enable GPIO, general purpose IO. So, okay, set output pin, GPIO. All right, so I'm actually getting that. Mine did actually buzz when I got a message. Check the firmware version. It goes in here and shows you all this information. So I do suggest looking at this. And of course, be very careful. Pay attention. If I don't think you're going to need to do any firmware updating to it when you first get it. But you definitely want to follow the directions so you don't brick the device. So I definitely suggest going through and taking a look at this. There's a lot of very good information there, and basically this all came off of the QR code. I can't really tell you for sure how to get to this from their website. I've had some issues navigating around in the Seed Studios website, but they've got, this is a really cool device. The IP65 rating, I think, is awesome. A lot of your little homemade devices are not going to be really great for that, but this is something that I feel fairly comfortable clipping on a bag, taking a hike in the woods, and having access to the Meshtastic network. All right, so I'm taking a look here at the Meshtastic app. It's actually showing like 22 online. Some of these are from yesterday. It's showing nodes that I've picked up. Now, yesterday I went to the Ohio Renaissance Festival, and it actually shows a node that I was able to pick up. I had hardly any cell phone service. This is kind of a cell phone hole for me, but it actually shows that 20 hours ago I was picking up the station. And so when I was at the Renaissance Festival out here in Ohio, I was able to pick up, and I sent out a test message and actually got a reply back. Even though I had no cell phone service, I couldn't really text anybody, but yet with the GPS built into Meshtastic and then the messaging ability, I was at least able to communicate. So I could see something like this being very useful where you have an event, where you're out somewhere where you've got very poor cell service, but yet you want to be able to stay in contact with people. So kind of a useful thing.